years go by, but the memory stays. And those were the good old days.
Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. Let me take you back and tell your story. Could be classified as a courtesy of Bob moment, y'all. It goes something like this. My cousin Sean didn't go to hospital very often, but every now and again he had to go to hospital. He might have fell on his bike, or might have got a little roughed up playing baseball for the Moose 481 there on the Little League, if you will. Or just something in general, Sean would go to hospital. Not all the time, but like I said, and every time Sean would go to hospital, about 75% of the time, there was something wrong with him. The other 25%, Sean would just go to hospital just to take the gauze. And what I mean by that is the nurse would come in, check him out, ask him what his problems, symptoms, or whatever, and then she'd say, okay, I'll go get the doctor. Well, Sean would sit there, and there's a couple times I went with him, and Sean's like, hey, so what? He goes, go look outside the curtain there, stand outside, make sure nobody's coming in here. I was like, all right. Well, I did that, and I looked in there out of the corner of my eye there from the other side, just the curtain was open, I could see, and Sean had taken some gauze, taken some ace bandages, those throat culture things, stuff like that. He had taken all that stuff and stuffed it into his coat. And I told him, I said, hey man, I said, give me some gauze and an ace bandage, man. See, I had a plan of my own. Anyway, nonetheless, the doctor would come in and check Sean out or whatever, and then when Sean would come out, he would take his coat and kind of drape it over his arm, and then walk on out that way. And that way that the gauze and stuff wouldn't fall out by the time we got to the car or whatever it was, or by the time we get done or whatever it was, Sean would do whatever he had to do to do what he had to do to get this stuff done. Well, I took some gauze and an ace bandage, wrapped myself in an ace bandage, told her, there at school, told him, I said, I hurt my wrist. Well, I'd broken my wrist before, my right wrist. I was driving a milk truck and I broke my wrist. See bike mishaps there here down memory lane in the playlist archives. Find out what I'm talking about. Anyway, nonetheless, like I said, I broke my wrist there, doing that thing in the milk truck, as they call it. Like I said, you'll have to see the bike mishaps. But anyway, I had that wrist, and there's my right wrist, and I couldn't carry my books, I would say, so I need somebody to carry my books. Well, I had a pass from the office that said somebody could carry my books for me during periods, or mods, if you will. Anyway, nonetheless, whenever somebody was like, well, who wants to carry my books, everybody raised their hands and stuff like that. I had my friend Michael Geyer, he did a couple times for me. Just basically anybody. Everybody became my friend there for that couple of moments, or that couple of minutes getting from classroom to classroom, all because they wanted to get out of school or get out of class early, about 2-3 minutes early, to go do what they had to do to take me to my next class and get my books, and carry my books. Anyway, nonetheless, like I said, it was just a courtesy of Bob moment. I will go into the hospital and I will take some of your supplies because I want to. Oh man, those times, I just look back now and I just think to myself, man, those were definitely the good old days. Like I said, I'll never forget that. Sean just walk on in there and just take the gauze and everything else. He pretty much cleaned them out, so I wonder if they ever looked at that and wonder what happened to it. Anyway, nonetheless, thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. I'll catch you next time.